Hello back again. Today we have another ranked game of myself with my Smurf account. At the moment my main account because I didn't play any ranked games on my main. It's on not for lakes, don't know how the map is called, but yeah, the for lakes variant more or less with just wood in the middle. What is quite bad for French because your rush time is more or less doubled. But to be honest, versus English and Ottomans, they get picked a lot on the map. I quite like French, to be honest. Also, the bigger rush distance is quite nice for me because if they rush with their archers here, I can just run with my knights on the other side and harass them. Also, I wanted to ignore water this game, at least in the beginning. Mostly because I can't really, I could build barracks, but it's hard to defend the early Ottoman spearmen, so they can flood you slowly if you both go dogs. So my plan was get my knights as fast as possible out, maybe get a second TC, and then I can think about getting dogs. So I getting my home food resources. And then I maybe switch to water with a few farms behind it. I still with French I prefer that playstyle a lot because it's just so much stronger. Of course with Abbasid this map would be amazing. I should have played Abbasid, to be honest. With Abbasid you start instantly with one villager going to this side, one villager is going to this side, and you place 2 dogs. You want wood as much as possible, you want 3 villagers on food. And then you just double produce out of dogs until you reach 9, 8, 16 fishing ships. And maybe you can even get one of his dogs in theory. So yeah, you have food forever as Abbasid. Also with Abbasid on this map, you don't go for economic wing. It's the only map where you go ignore economy win because it's just useless with that much food. You don't need it, and also you don't need a second TC. So it's absolutely pointless. You go culture wing, military wing, and maybe economy wing in the 4th age, but probably more trade wing because you have 2 trade posts that are not the best, or 3 even in some cases. So it's not the best trade, but it's not the worst either. Also, as Abbasid, you probably flood this side or something like that. So, if you can wall that or wall that, you have good trade lines. Yeah. Spearman harass of Ottomans. That was the reason why I didn't want to go the dog. Maybe I should have built the School of Cavalry here. Here would also be a nice place. To be honest, I personally like I try to get in on more free space, so I can get a keep somewhere here and build the rest around it, so I get a discount later. So I prefer to build it forward, but yeah, maybe here would be in the right place. I could have built it from the TC, and I still could have built here the castle, and after the gold is finished, even get here building. So this School of Cavalry is a little bit misplaced. Yes, more or less a normal build. Already 3 villagers behind, but yeah, that's... Thank you. They're going on stone, delayed him a lot. Nice, I killed a unit. Yay. And yes, he gets a villager. because I'm too stupid to pull this one fast enough. Yeah, it was quite bad. Also, my School of Cavalry is delayed by ages. That I really don't understand. He could have gone for water normally. More or less do the same thing, just send your villagers on wood afterwards and build a dock, and then you don't need the twin minaret vessel, you can get the trade one. And either you trade with this market, especially in the early game if you're aggressive, that's quite good. Or you just place it. If my knights come out, you just place it. Or you have problems with my knights, you just place it in your market. And you don't go over 6 traders. And then you more or less on, for a short time on 2 TC production. You can then expand to this pond. So yeah, that's a really nice landmark. Also, yeah, that's enough villagers. That's a nice landmark, but not if you have water on this map. Not water maps, that's the best landmark, yeah. Getting archery range done. I wanted to keep my knight count really low because first of all I wanted to get a relatively fast castle age, and knights cost a lot. And to be honest, I don't think knights do a lot versus Ottomans because they do mass archers with a few spearmen, and horsemen and knights trade absolutely terrible in that. I much rather go into double archery range and triple archery range later on and just push them out with a lot of archers myself. Especially the nice thing against Ottoman is Ottoman have quite a ramp up time, so if you ignore the knight count, you can get a relatively fast second TC, and okay, that would be a reason for a dock also, but yeah, if you see that as a normal map without a dock, without water, I think that's... Also on hideout or something like that, I think French do okay versus Ottomans, just not this. Also you build a few knights to harass like I do, but you don't really build a knight army. Yeah, your knights are good. Also you can go in Castle Age knight army because in Castle Age you have bloodline if you do it correctly and you never can die. Yeah, so we have already a 5 villager lead. I'm getting my second TC. So even with a villager dead and quite a delay to everything else, that's an okay timing. It's around a minute later than or 40 seconds, 50 seconds later than it was before, but yeah, it's still fine. Also the barracks, I think, is a mistake. I don't think you want to send spearmen after the first 2 spearmen. You send 2 spearmen and then you more or less keep your spearmen with the French at home to defend, and you get an archery range to produce archers. You don't really want spearmen that much. The thing is, yeah, of course French could go mass knights, and if you go only archers, that's absolutely fine for French or horsemen, but the problem is if you have a few spearmen and mass archers, Kev won't do it. Also Kev archers won't do it. Pure archers will absolutely do fine with that. So you only need School of Cavalry for spearmen. He gets them for Sifai. I think that's also okay. I'm not the... yeah, this counters a little bit my archers, but... First of all, he has... Also I think he thinks I play normal knight archers. The Sifai are good, but... Yeah, here are the double archery range. What the... Didn't he get the 10% movement speed?
Ben hazırım.
Arı et yıkıldı.
Should have that. Interesting. Yeah, I'm more or less passive. He's really defensive, and as long as he's defensive, that's fine for me. I'm already 12 villagers ahead, so I don't really mind him staying in his base and keep his resources safe. He has a lot of excess resources. Okay, I have a lot of excess gold and food, but that's mainly because I only have one archery range and don't produce knights at all. Although food is okay, but gold is a little bit high, but more or less I'm banking gold for Castle Age. And yeah, I think I got already all my upgrades, and now I'm just trying to get age up. I think here would also be a... Yeah, I don't have to worry about wood income for that, and I can't really stop to produce archers, so all my wood needs to go into archers, because he's quite ahead in archers at the moment. Not really, I'm ahead now, but... Yeah, that's his problem. He more or less has only the same archer production than I do, and with a walking distance like that, he won't really outproduce me. My 2 knights and scouts still looking around sometimes to find something open, but yeah, that's not really something you can attack. That's also a reason I really don't like mass knights versus Ottomans, because you can't really wait. These 2 knights do the exact same job at the moment than 10 knights would do. So it's not always the right idea to produce knights. The reason why I mass produce archers is to stop his archer all-in with a few Safahi and probably spearmen, but yeah, at the moment his army is not that big. The scariest thing is, his army is stronger because of the meta, but that's not that scary. Also, yeah, I'm an undermesh. Didn't research. I got an undermesh. Getting even melee armor at the moment. And yeah, slowly also getting into farms. Fertilization up. Oh, yeah, I need number preservation up, or what is it called? H1. So that's 22 to 21 archers, but he also has spearmen. A lot. Yeah, I didn't look here, so yeah, now I really realize that's quite bad sidestepping. Out attack moving. That's really bad. Also, I shouldn't do it at all because, yeah, I'm standing in his fire range of his archers. Really? He would have killed him. My knights at the same time doing also damage in his woodline, and I'm still on 2 CC, so that's absolutely fine. And yeah, he can push him at TC, and he has a big problem at the moment. He has only half of my food income, half of my wood income, yeah, double my wood income at the moment. A little bit more gold income, less stone income. I'm also with a mill at his tier at the moment. Because yeah, this deal is also, maybe I should have moved this in the villager, but I forgot them. Still nothing to wait, also I knew he wasn't on water. Yeah, now I think I realize it, but yeah, I don't even pull the villagers, they should take their food back, and I don't really care. I don't really understand where they went, but I don't think I pressed anything on them. I also knew he's only on a 1 TC at the moment, so... Oh, that's how my knight died. Okay. I knew he's one on 1 TC, but so I was fine losing a few villagers here. My goal at the moment is to get the keep up. The nice thing that I didn't build the School of Cavalry here is now I can build the keep here and he can't really push it. Yeah, he tries to kill it with the ram, but who cares about the ram? This keeps going up if he wants to or not. Yeah, my upgrade's lagging behind, but also still archers as archers, so they tried quite inefficiently. He killed 12 workers, I killed 8. Normally that would be quite bad, but yeah. If you have 2 TCs, that's quite good. Okay. Yeah, now I pull them back. That's again 3 unnecessary village attacks, but yeah, I can live with that. Also, I should really kill the matter. Yeah, he took the moving speed buff now, finally. Oh, now he killed all my knights. And I get the keep here. He really just gets a ram, but yeah. Bad news for him is the ram won't do much. Also, yeah, he's still the higher armor value, but I think that's mostly the 3 rams at the moment. If we look at archers, okay, he has much more archers. I have a few arblet here, but the arblet here at the moment is not good. Really good either. Didn't get any upgrades for them. To be fair, they still have the pavis, so with the archers rate quite good, as long as you don't micro them. So he's now cut up of the top side and goes also Imperial Castle Age. Do I finally have upgraded veteran archers? Now I get it. Finally. Also I start night production and get the night quite slowly. It does nothing, no damage at all, this is going like wow. So he's setting again a few villagers, but yeah, don't really care. It's still in good numbers, so who needs them? The only problem is I don't have gold at the moment. I think I switched them off now, but that doesn't matter that much because I still like archers a lot. Yeah, arblet here. I'm still be better, but archers do the job quite well, and I have a lot of wood, and that's mostly what they cost. His side of the map is still really bad, so yeah, he has all this side, but he's still not on water. I don't know why. He would have the wood for that, it would also help with his food. He gets some more units. We had the same armor value at the moment. Even with the rams, I don't know if the count. Destroyed value. Yeah, that's also quite bad for him that I killed over. He killed 25 villagers, I killed 8 villagers only, but destroyed values. I killed more or less over 1000 more resources from him, and I get a lot more. That's also why my army value is now a lot higher than his. I'm now moving to that stone here, as we engage with at the same time, but yeah, you can't push. The problem is rams are the worst tool versus French, because the French have knights, especially French knights in Castle Age, they absolutely shred rams. Oh, horsemen still do it better, but that's quite relatively fast, and you can't really run with the army under it. That's the main problem. Especially if the other side has a lot of ranged units. So he just spreads all his army away, loses again a lot of all his rams. More units dying. What they producing? Still Safahi. Maybe minute arms would be better. They actually could tank. Also, oh no, it's the orange of a blacksmith. He got his first Mangonel out, nice. I don't know why he wants a Mangonel, maybe versus mass archers, but I don't know, at Trebuchet, there's this keep in your base, would next to your base would maybe be good. Yeah, more or less double his villagers at the moment. Even he killed 25, that's ridiculous. Yeah, my army is more than double as strong as his. I'm also picking up the relics here now. Also, he can't get any of the relics here. I should have built the relics way earlier, but yeah, it's fine. Getting more ranged units, getting more archery ranges down. Two stables at the moment, producing more knights. Do I have finally bloodlines? Yeah, soon. Also 5% more cheaper units soon in the range of the keep. So only these 3 buildings. At least a double stable, that's quite good. Yeah, the plan was here another keep. So I get more or less all. Yeah, he gets a nice Mangonel shot off. The problem is he should have moved a little bit nearer. Nice touch. Sometimes the Mangonels have homing shots, sometimes they don't, I don't know why. It's a little bit weird. I have the feeling if they move, when they wind up the shot they follow, and if they stand still and they wind up the shot and then they move, you can dodge them. It's something like that. Nice. 2 archers only, dead. I got the Mangonel and yeah, the game is over. I see not a real way for him to come back from that. Under half the eco. Lacking in all upgrades behind. I got all, more or less, besides military academy. Yeah, thanks to TC, French is still viable in certain matchups. In other matchups less. Versus HAE I wouldn't advise to 2TC play. Because at the time you get the second TC up more or less, even with the fastest timing, HAE starts going into Castle Age. And your knights versus Castle Age knights. Feudal Age knights versus Castle Age knights, not so good. You could try to also go fast Castle Age and just get archer ranges down, because your ability absolutely destroy everything HAE wants to do, but that's quite risky. Yeah, push. I know that was the villagers, but not really a difference. Really bad for KDA for him. Yeah. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.